In the examples so far, we didn't go into a lot of detail of targeting specific people. We did go into detail, on the other hand, targeting specific placements or positioning our ad around certain keywords that people are searching for. So now let's go into the audience section on the left here. You can see audiences. And what we're going to do is get much more specific about who we're targeting. So add audience segments. Now, one of the easiest things to do here is to simply do a search. So I'm going to search, for example, for web design, and we can say we're going to target the in-market group of people that are searching for design the site web. So not in English. Web design in market for web design services. So we could select that. They're in market, so they're in the shopping mindset for website builder software. You can see that there are tons of different options here, and a lot of them are these in market options, which are great because then we're able to focus our advertising on people that are real true shoppers, people that are going to make a purchase decision likely very soon. Now, some of the options here are going to be different. They're not just in market, but maybe there's life events. So, for example, they started a new business. So, what we know based on a lot of research on the buyer's journey is that it often begins with a trigger. So, something happens, maybe it's a divorce or a bankruptcy, or perhaps there's a business acquisition. So, these events, which are sometimes life events, are important in junction points where we can enter and make people interested in buying our products. So recently started a business, recently started a new job, started home renovation. These are excellent options. So you can do the search and get some ideas there, but we can also get more specific by going into the browse option. We can target people based on who they are, so detailed demographics, things like parental status, marital status, their education, current college students, for example, homeownership status, employment. A lot of this is going to be more relevant when you're doing business to consumer. When you're getting into business to business, we're going to be more interested in the employment options. So, for example, are they working at a large employer, a very large employer, a small employer? What industry are they in? Maybe they're in the financial industry, and we can just target people that are in the financial industry. Now, I'm not saying YouTube is going to be 100% accurate, but at least this gives some good constraints on who we want to target. So that's the detailed demographics, but there's also affinities, so things that people are interested in. Let's take a look at what the options are here. So maybe they're interested in banking and finance and they're avid investors. Maybe they're interested in beauty and wellness, and they frequently go to salons. Maybe they're interested in books or gaming, or maybe they're shoppers for luxury products, or they're shopping enthusiasts, sports and fitness. We can target people that are sports fans. We can get more granular here and say specifically baseball fans. We can go into technology. Maybe they're technophiles, audiophiles, if we're selling maybe some advanced audio equipment. Maybe they're business travelers, if we're selling perhaps some sort of booking system for travel. Maybe they're in certain transportation modes, like they like to use taxi services. A lot of good affinity options here. And we also have the option of audience expansion, which I don't recommend when you start doing that. Just worry about this when you need to scale up and you're not reaching enough people. Now, remember when we did the search, a lot of the options that came up were in market audiences. Here is where we're actually able to pinpoint the exact ones that we want. So these are the in market and life events are clustered together. So in market, we can say they're in market for apparel and accessories. We can get more granular than that and say activewear. They're in market for an automobile, maybe, which would be great. In market for baby products, business and industrial products, business services would be great. Maybe you're running an agency and you want to get people that are in market for advertising and marketing services, computers and peripherals. They're in market for education, maybe foreign language study, employment. There's tons of different options here. It's just so powerful to be able to target people that are actively in the shopping mindset for something like accounting software or design software, or even more specifically, photo software. Sports and fitness, maybe they're in market for sporting goods, for baseball, or for telecom. In market for cruises, well, we can start hitting them with ads for our cruise. We can also target audiences that have interacted with your business or are similar to people that interacted with your business. So let's take a look in here. So I can go to similar segments and say similar to this list that I have, or similar to all visitors. I can do custom combinations, which is something I'm going to talk about later and go into more detail. I can target all the people that visited my website. I can target all the people that purchased one of my products or any of my products. I can also target people that are similar to people that have watched my YouTube channel, and expand the audience from there using essentially what you would call in Facebook lookalikes. So already you can see that targeting on YouTube is extremely powerful. It's extremely granular, and that's just with the off the shelf targeting. So the targeting that you can easily do without importing a list or doing anything like that. Now, in another video, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into more detail about custom audiences and cases where you're going to combine audiences to create a very targeted group that you want to go after.